Welcome in. First at 5, we start with some breaking news this Saturday afternoon. The JBS meatpacking plant in Greeley says their workers' strike is over. Thanks for joining us. I'm Jennifer Meckles. We received a statement from JBS just moments ago saying the union has notified them the strike is over. Worth noting, though, the company says there's no new agreement that's been made, but JBS says workers will be back to work on Tuesday. We have also reached out to the union representing the workers to learn more information about what's going on with the latest with this case. We'll let you know once we hear back. All right, we're going to start our newscast today with a quick look outside. You're looking at Golden from Lookout Mountain, plus on the right, Eldora. Not surprising, so many ski resorts are closing for the season early this year after the hot winter we have had. Still very sad to see, though. Corey Reppenhagen joining us in studio. I know everyone's ready for the warmer weather in spring, but we really never got winter.
We never really got it. It's very strange winter. I can't remember the last time we had every ski area closed before the end of April, but that's possible. Maybe 1980, 1981, and we didn't really have snowmaking back then, but today was just a spectacular day otherwise. 60 degrees here right now in the downtown Denver area, 59 degrees out at the airport. We started the day at 24 degrees, the coldest morning since March the 16th, and we have another freeze warning for the western slope tomorrow. Not quite as cold, but a few spots are going to drop below freezing once again. It'll be chilly around here as well, right around 30 degrees, 32 or 33 right here across the Front Range. And man, Easter is also looking spectacular. Temperature 33 early in the morning, quickly up to 68 degrees, nothing but sunshine through the entire day until they start to show up in the evening hours. But that's a really great forecast. And really the next couple of days, not too bad. Monday, the wind will be back, just light breeze. And then on Tuesday, some isolated showers, but we could get those temperatures up there into the 70s. So I'll talk about all that stuff in detail coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Corey, thank you. Colorado ski resorts have limped along for weeks now. And again, many are calling it quits this weekend, so much earlier than usual. 9 News reporter Ria Jha joins us from Eldora, which is on the list to close early. She's talking to the ski operators and others finishing the season so early.
Spring skiing is usually one of the best parts of the season here in Colorado, but this year it's looking a little different. Here at Eldora, it's closing weekend and people are just trying to make the most of what's left on the mountain. One last run.
A little bit depressing.
On a season that never quite showed up.
But it is what it is. We're making the best of it.
It's closing day, so we had to make it up one last weekend a little bit early, just to get our last runs in for the year.
Eldora is one of 7 Colorado ski resorts calling it quits this weekend. Weeks earlier than usual.
You know, the snow, not the best, but it's not great anywhere, so.
Even at resorts still open, winter is hanging on by a thread.
But I just didn't expect this the end of March to see that white ribbon of death.
That's what Heine Lund is calling what's left over at Breckenridge.
If you look at the picture and see how many people are on there, it's scary for some people.
Heine is on his 7th year working at Breck.
So dramatic to see.
He says they're open, but barely.
They just sent out an email to my company that said Peak 7 is going to close on Monday. I don't know how much longer they can sustain this. They are taking snow from other areas up top and moving it onto those ribbons of white, that white ribbon that you see.
Skiers using runs this weekend
Ski it until we can't anymore.
to say goodbye to the season.
Happy to have one last day for the season.
And here's to hoping for the next.
We'll certainly, get our season passes again next year and hope for the best.
If resorts aren't closing this weekend, they are closing down most of their terrain. Over at Breckenridge, only Peak 8 will be open after Monday. 10 ski resorts in Colorado have already closed. 7 more closing this weekend, including here. Reporting in Eldora, Ria Jha, 9 News.
In other headlines today, 1 person died, 2 people were injured in a multi-car crash on I-25 this morning. It happened near 58th Avenue, just north of the city of Denver, around 3:30 this morning. CSP says the driver of a Chevy Trax first hit a Mitsubishi Outlander, and the people inside the Trax got out when a Mercedes-Benz then crashed into that vehicle. A 30-year-old man who'd been inside the Trax was taken to the hospital and later died. and another passenger is in serious condition. The driver of the Mercedes was also taken to the hospital. Unclear how they're doing this afternoon. Meanwhile, in Wheat Ridge, a one-car crash left one person dead and two people injured. This happened on I-70 between Kipling and Wadsworth, shutting down several lanes of westbound I-70 for hours today. That road is now back open. Wheat Ridge police say it happened just before 5 o'clock this morning. No word yet on how the injured people are doing, and police are still investigating. Police in Pueblo are investigating the deaths of 3 people this morning. They believe the suspect killed the first 2 and then himself. Police were called out to East 4th Street and North Kingston Avenue about 1 o'clock this morning, where they found 2 people dead from gunshot wounds. One was on the street, another in a car. While they were out there investigating, they learned about a separate incident in Pueblo West where a man died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Police believe that man is the suspect in the double homicide. The connection between all 3 of these people still not clear. The investigation is ongoing. Lakewood police are now asking for help identifying a man they say groped a woman and exposed himself. Police are sharing pictures of the suspect, the person they're looking for. They say back on March 29th, he followed a woman on Bear Creek Greenbelt on a bike before groping her. And later that day, he allegedly exposed himself to 2 other people. The suspect is described as a man with medium build, black hair, wearing a black hat and white sweatshirt with a large dragon pattern on it, and dark jeans. If you have any information, please contact Lakewood Police. Wheat Ridge police are offering a reward for help finding 2 people caught on camera assaulting a man this week. We want to warn you, this video can be tough to watch. Happened on Thursday near West 44th and Garrison. Police posted this video on Facebook showing a man on a white motorcycle assaulting another man in the street. A man on a red motorcycle, you'll see him drive by here in a second. They believe he's an accomplice. The victim had to be hospitalized. Police say he's still in serious condition. If you know anything about who these people are on the bikes, please contact Metro Denver Crime Stoppers. They're offering up to $2,000 for any information. Workers at the Sloan's Lake Alamo Drafthouse went on strike this week. The workers, they're represented by the Communication Workers of America, CWA. That union released a statement saying they've been negotiating with the Alamo for more than a year, and that the Alamo rolling out the QR code ordering system, that's what this conflict is all about. The workers say it has illegally enabled and is putting people out of jobs.
We feel the system damages not only the experience for the customers, but the experience and the viability of working here for its workers. As time goes on, as tech infiltrates a lot of these industries, people yearn for that person-to-person connection. We yearn for that personal interaction. We're social creatures.
We reached out to Alamo Drafthouse for comment on this story. They have not yet responded. Sheridan educators will stay on strike after an unsuccessful round of negotiations today with district leadership. Teachers in Sheridan started their strike on Wednesday. They've been working without a contract since August. With negotiations stalled, they walked off the job this week. As a result, the district closed schools for the last 3 days. Teachers we heard from said they didn't take the decision lightly.
It was hard. It was very hard. We're obviously here for the kids. We love what we do. That's why we do it. But, you know, it's scary. It's very scary. But since we have come together as a team and we've supported one another, we thought we could do it, and we needed to do it.
In a statement, the teachers union said the district kept the same positions as their last negotiations in March. We did reach out to the district for comment. They said in part, quote, "The Sheridan School District No. 2 Board of Education is willing to recognize one or more bargaining units through the recognition process that has been established by the board. We look forward to further productive conversation." More than 200 Colorado National Guardsmen are on their way to the Middle East this week. They've been deployed to help with the Multinational Force and Observers. This is a peacekeeping force that supervises a peace treaty between Egypt and Israel. The National Guard says this unit will be conducting patrols, staffing observation points, and helping with base operations. There was a departure ceremony yesterday before they left. Unclear how long they will be deployed. Less than a year after the Denver Zoo's new sea lion exhibit opened, the zoo is now suing the builders, claiming that exhibit was built poorly. The zoo claims it's been dealing with several leaks and cracked areas, rusty cages and hardware, even peeling paint in the animal food prep areas. The zoo claims the building process was delayed and made even more expensive because of design and construction failures. We reached out to the designer named in the suit, BRS Architecture, and the lead construction company, Vertex Builders, asking for comment. Neither have gotten back to us.